Alrighty, it is a shame to play so poorly in a place that is so pretty. Stratus Nine Country Club. We're at the golden hour in the hills somewhere. It's got kind of a Masters feel, with more of like an Appalachian mountain type backdrop. We're in the haze, and I just don't really keep it together. Starting off with this. For some reason thinking that the line that was 211 was the correct line. Not okay. And now aiming super right, trying to hit a draw, and instead just like flattened it out and killed it. So 31 remaining. How's that gonna work? Had a chance for a second, hoping the tree would knock it down, but an opening bogey, and we'll kind of kick it around like that for about 17 more holes. But don't fret, the course is definitely still worth checking out, and seeing all 18 holes. It's got something pretty unique on each one. We got the trees in the fairways, we got some wide fairways, some narrow, some nasty bunkers. Very cool course here, Stratus 9. We're playing the blues, which I don't think we're even that far. But if I recall, there might be some pretty monstrous par 3s at this course. Chipping up close and just taking the par right there. Another par 4 after that. Look at this big tree here, just kind of in the middle of the fairway between the tees of one and the fairway of the other. I like that. Alright, 2. Yeah, that's a pretty good drive. Playing the slice, hitting it out left and letting it come back. 114 remaining. And that's left all the way. But it catches a piece and is going to stay up there for a par. So +1 through 3. Another par 4 coming up, just over 330 yards. This one playing downhill a little. Looks like just a 3-wood off the tee and losing it way right. Just kind of nonchalant with the swing and paying the price. Was really good at this the last one. Oh, and a pretty good effort there. If it gets any more of a kick right, we had a chance to get out of there. Trying to find 20. Oh, that's brutal. That is brutal. Into the par, out of the par, into the bogey. Stopping there to go to +2. The 5th is a par 3, 177 yards. That looked like a little better takeaway, but still just not rotating hands or legs or anything. Hit the tree directly, end up in the deep rough over here, and then a really wussy attempt to get it over the bunker, and now trying to get out of the bunker and coming up short. So you can see how the score can escalate here quickly when you just kind of compound some mistakes. And golf, I think if you make one mistake a hole, whether it's left, right, short, thin, fat, chunk, one mistake a hole like that, and you're going to be fine. You're going to be a better than average golfer. You're going to beat your friends. You're going to hit some birdies. Once you start going back to back, or 2 in a hole, or 3 bad, I mean, you don't even have to hit it bad in order for it to be a bad outcome, right? We can... Whoa, a little spin doctor there, but it stays in the par circle. To finish that thought, you can hit a good drive, and then your approach is a decently struck ball, but ends up just a little bit right, 10, 15 yards right of where you aimed. If you would have chunked it, you would have been like, that's the worst swing I've ever taken. It would have still been 10, 15 yards away, but just short. And so there's equal misses with bad shots and good shots, and it's just about kind of minimizing those to like one every other hole would be like my goal. If I could hit 7 out of the 8 shots in 2 holes fairly well, on the screws, sort of the right distance, sort of the right direction, then I'm going to be playing some decent golf, and I'm going to be pretty happy about it. Birdie there with the little chip up, and we will head over to the 8th. Another par 4, 400 yards. I can see that I'm aiming right and swinging left, trying to crisscross and find some sort of neutral balance. The last round, if you didn't check that out, it was Twin Waters, and I actually thought I was taking a much shorter backswing with the driver and having like some really good success in that round. So I need to try and duplicate that a little more than just be kind of free flowing and let those hands cast early. Really cool shot here back to the clubhouse over the gorge and the water. 170, and just everything's turning early. And you heard me say earlier in the round that I didn't turn at all, and so obviously some overcompensating here. And then a tough chip down the hill, but almost made it, which would have been a great way to end the 9. +4 through the front, not my favorite score ever. And then I think this one just repeats, so we'll get to try and get some better outcomes. And I do the exact same thing on the first hole. You saw me aim a little more right, but then I pulled it left and hit it better, so it ends up in a worse place. So far, not learning my lesson. Tapped that pretty good, but I wanted it in the fairway, so 2 bad shots. There's the compound. 3 bad shots pulled left onto some rocks. And now hitting straight uphill, 25. Pin, of course, in the front. This is like not where you want to be. 4 bad shots in a row. And then maybe finally a good one. Yeah, an executed shot there on the 5th. So starting off with a double bogey, never good. And then we'll head over to the 11th, which is also the 2nd. Took a driving iron off the tee last time. This time trying to hit a draw, and kind of did, but pulled it, so not really. And putting myself in an awful position. So the back 9, thinking I now have course knowledge, I should be able to do this. Not happening. Oh, it stopped right on the line. And a par save feels like a victory there. Alright, 12th hole, 3, 7, 9, uphill a little bit. It says the green's downhill from the tee box, but certainly it looks uphill from the fairway. A straight-ish drive, putting us in a good-ish position. 130, and it is slightly uphill from here. Something just looks weird about the backswing. It looks a little more mechanical, and it might actually be a little more on plane than my normal backswing, but for some reason it's not appealing to me to watch. It looks like I'm forcing it, which of course I am. 3-3-5, 13th, another par 4. I'm thinking in Bubby Golf in my head, and I wish that was the result every time. 10 launch, then you can spin it 3,400, and you still get good distance out of it. Yeah, that one looked okay, a little more natural. Playing a fade into the back pin position. Oh, bowl. Not able to stop it. And then a 4-yarder's tough, but it caught it. Garmin R10. 9.9 ball speed, 5 yards. Short chip. 177. This pin came up short left, I think. And just not... this actually ends up okay. I remember this shot. I heeled it really bad, but the club actually got there, so just didn't feel good off the face, and that's the reaction. For being a shorter course, there's a lot of driver holes, like wide open fairways. Why not drive it? Give it a shot. I knew it was going to kick right here, but didn't want to end up over there. 108 now from the rough. Looks like it's too spinny. Does not get there. A par. Still at +6. A little bit of a run of pars here. 16th hole's a par 5. I don't know. This was the one we birdied? Yeah, I think so. Trying to play a draw, and not so much. Gonna be behind a tree. Yikes. Taking aim back into the fairway. Oh, nope. Taking aim at the green. Get up. Oh, didn't quite have the distance, but a good effort. And now 35 for another birdie. And what a crazy pin location. Kind of on a hill. Gets a wicked bounce left, but it stops on top of the ridge instead of rolling back. And it is a birdie. So +5 with 2 holes to go. If you're still watching, I bring you GSPRO courses every day, or some other golf sim content, golf content, things I'm working on type of stuff. Will make the channel every once in a while, but I've been kind of addicted to the new GSPRO courses and just playing the new ones that come out and bringing them to you, so that everyone in the GSPRO community, whether you got a Garmin R10 launch monitor like me, or you got some other launch monitor, you have a garage setup like me, or you have a $1 million setup in a $10 million house, everyone can see the courses, see what they have to offer, see if it catches their eye, see if, if I shoot low or high, if that's indicative of kind of how the course plays. I don't really think so, but it could be. If we look at, I've been keeping stats, and I'm wondering if on average we can tell kind of how hard a course is by how I play it. That's something I've been working on a video for, so let me know in the comments below if that's interesting to you, if we came up with some sort of a rank of how hard a course is based on my videos. Alright, 18th hole is that par 3, maybe the best swing of the day, and it's just going to come up a little short. It looked like a really good tempo, and obviously it came off dead straight. But we're going to be chipping up the hill. Tough one here. 17, the pin is tucked in the front. Oh my goodness. And it launched over the pin. It's going to stop up there for a bogey, and we will be back at +7 with bogey finish. The blues were not even 6,000. The Saturday pins were tough, but we had 2 doubles, and we had only 5 greens in regulation. That's not going to get it done. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you with a new course mañana. Peace.